Hi, this is Sir David again. I kind of like that title. I don't deserve it, but I like it. I just had a hilarious experience with the Mormons. All of you know I'm living in hell, and everyone who's here is a Mormon. It's called Utah. Don't tell the Danites. We have a pool. And it does have water in it. A couple of neighbor kids were over just a little while ago. And they said, David, would you take us over to the pool? And my 9-year-old came up and said, Dad, would you take us all over to the pool? You got to have an adult over there if you're under 14. I've been asked for ID several times. I don't know. It's the Mormons. So I took the kids over, and the pool was empty. I forget, I had 4 or 5 kids. And me, I get in the water. I mean, like I said, we always call the Philippines first because there's a tsunami headed their way when I get in the water. But I like to play with the kids, you know. And so they like to play. I'm the shark, and they're trying to swim away from me. And I tell them, you know, I want a snack and lunch and dinner. And I've got so many different colored kids. It's fun as hell because I've got one little blonde, just a platinum blonde. And she stands beside my little Filipino. Oh, what the darn thing. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm still on. I'm getting these messages. Hold on. Yeah. She stands beside my Filipino little one, and she's brown. And I call them Salt and Pepper all the time. They think that's cute. I think they think it's cute. They laugh. And so I have several neighbor kids I took over. Well, we're playing shark. Then we play bridge, where they go down underneath the water and go through my legs, and my legs try to grab their legs. And then we play high-low, which I'm high because I'm too fat to be low in the water. It's like a whale, you know. So I play high, and the kids swim under me, and I go over the top, and I try to grab their feet. And if they're real close to the bottom and we're deep enough, I can't get them. And they played, oh God, who makes the biggest cannonball splash, who dives the best. And I have to sit there, like in the old days, with a 10 or an 8, and then they had to add their scores up. So we're having a good time. We're having a normal family kind of a good time. Well, to get out of our area, the Mormons have to use one road. And there's a speed bump, right, a big speed bump on the road, and they have to almost stop. Well, they look over, and there's the pool within 10 feet of that speed bump. And they're all going off with FLDS dresses and hairdos, and 1,700 kids in the back seat where there's no damn seat belts. Utah has a very interesting seat belt law. If every seat belt is being used, and there's more people, they don't have to have seat belts. It's for the Mormon families. You have 5 or 6 seat belts in a van, you got 9 kids. 3 of them don't have to be in seat belts. So, you know, every time I think of this stupidity, I just laugh. So anyway, we're swimming there, having fun. Kids are running around, and I'm enjoying myself because I'm so old and fat. I'm there by myself with the kids because the Mormons, they won't go in the pool on Sunday, but they'll have sex on Sunday. I don't know. So the cars go by, and we see them dressed in their suits and their ties and their ridiculous Sunday attire. It looks like they're going to give a speech in the House of Representatives. Well, we kind of ignore that because many times there's a lot of people over at our pool that are non-members. We don't give a shit what damn members of the Mormon Church do. So we always see the little kids in the car clawing on the smoke glass side windows, looking at our kids having fun and going, Dad, what the hell? You know, they're in the pool. Don't we pay for that pool? Yes, we do. But Joseph Smith wants us to go sit on a bench for 3 damn hours and shut our mouth and bow our heads. Well, the Mormon kids, they're not stupid. They're not going to bite the hand that feeds them. So they sit in the back seat after they're clawed off the window and say, well, this church sucks, but it feeds me, so I got to go. Well, today we had decent weather. And so one family walked to church, and they had to walk right by the see-through fence for the pool. Now, I'm telling you, I live here, and I do have eyes. They don't see as well as they used to, and I have part of a brain left. Not much, but part. This family, the first one had, I don't know, 4 or 5 kids, ages from basically walking 18 months to 2 years, right on up to maybe a 12-year-old. And every one of them was carrying a little triple combination. Now, if you've never heard that term, a triple combination, that's not a sex position, according to the Mormon Church. A triple, it should be, now that I think about it. What's that French? I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to pull on that thread. And one of my comments will say, David, what you mean is this in French. Okay. So they have a triple combination in their hand. So what it is the Bible, which a lot of people believe in the Bible, and then 2 fake scripture books. One the Book of Mormon, and one the Book of Abraham, which is not the Book of Abraham. It is a funeral announcement in the Egyptian language. There is no such words as Reformed or Reformed Egyptian. We found the Rosetta Stone, and we can translate Egyptian now. And the Book of Abraham, as translated by Joseph Smith, is a total fake. It has nothing. But anyway, they're all walking very respectfully, almost worshiping their triple combinations. And Mormons put the triple combination into a leather-bound packet with a handle on it. So you can always recognize Mormon missionaries and Mormon children and pathetic Mormon parents. They're like $75 or $150, depending upon, you know, if you want pictures of Joseph Smith with Helen Mar Kimball in the back. That one's $1,500. So anyway, they're all walking. And now, I have a degree. One of my degrees, undergraduate, is child development. I've been trained in knowing how children basically think, maturation, and the teenagers being rebellious. And, you know, I have a little bit of background, and I also have 2 master's degrees above my child development and family relations degree. I know kids. I've had 14. I've got 5 out there right now that are neighbor kids and kids from all over the neighborhood. So I know kids. I know normal kids. And I've worked in residential treatment. I've told you that. I've had kids that were criminals, kicked out of every public school in the world, and I was in charge of them and the staff. So I know good kids, I know bad kids. And you know, I'm telling you, I'm not really, I feel like Will Rogers. I've never met a bad kid. I've met some kids that have had some bad luck and some hard knocks, but I've never met a kid, well, I have to be honest, I've never met a kid I didn't like. I really don't. I don't care if they're autistic, retarded, criminal. I remember DeSantis kicked the shit out of my new car on campus, and no one could control DeSantis, and the group owners came to me and said, you're the guidance counselor, fix him. And he smoked. And so I knew smoking was a physical addiction plus a social and emotional addiction. So DeSantis got on a non-smoking program. When he went to school and he didn't beat the shit out of everybody else or set it on fire, he got 3 cigarettes for the day. Well, that worked. DeSantis started quit kicking my car and the rest of the staff cars, stealing them, and it worked. So anyway, I have a little bit of knowledge on how normal kids act. This was not normal, okay? The mom and the dad are walking together. He's in his suit with his red tie. That's the power tie, the priesthood tie that hangs over the penis. That's power. And she's in this long dress that won't show her garments or her body because her ass is so fat it couldn't even fit in a bucket seat. and these little kids following them. I remember when I was at BYU, the Navajo Indians have a wonderful tradition. The man walks in front of the wife, and the wife carries everything. The man is the king. He don't carry shit. And the wife is all bagged down with blankets and food, and 2 kids hanging on her. Anyway, it looked a little bit like a wagon train going to church. We were laughing and yelling and screaming and throwing balls. We were throwing beach balls. What's wrong with my brain? Not one of those kids looked over, and we were like 3 or 4 feet away from them. Water splashing, and the kids having fun, and let's do this, and diving. It went on and on. They had to spend probably 30 seconds walking past that pool with all the kids and having fun. Not one kid, not one parent looked into the pool. Now this is worse than an automobile accident, okay? Why is it when, and it's not just the Mormons, but when somebody has an accident on the freeway and is laying dead under a blanket, everybody slows down and they want to see the dead person. That's normal behavior from what I've seen. For this family to walk by, nobody looking, nobody saying anything, and it looked like they were going to a damn funeral, and it was theirs. Walking to the local Mormon church, which in Utah is only probably 5 or 6 blocks everywhere. So I didn't think too much of it. I thought, well, there's always aberrations, there's always things that are unusual, but you don't want to extrapolate it across the whole population. Well, we were in there long enough and having fun, and another family was coming home from the local Mormon church. Now this one had 5 or 6 kids, little ones, again, 2 years old on up to 10, walking, with a mom and a dad. I'm telling you, it looked like the Stepford Wives. Some of you are so young you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Look it up on the computer. The Stepford Wives and the Twilight Zone. One guy mentioned to me the Twilight Zone movie that I do remember. With anyway, they're walking by and they're going by the pool too. Not one child, including the babies, were allowed to look into the pool and see other kids having fun. Well, I'm kind of an asshat now and then. When I see funny shit, you know, I'm bipolar and I don't care. I don't care if people hate me. I don't care if I'm politically correct. I don't care. So, and my meds, I took them today, so, you know, I'm approaching normal, but I never get to the total normal. So they're going by like they're coming from their own funeral, not a smile on their face, and you know in the temple, no light-mindedness, no loud laughter, in other words, no fun, and no ill speaking of the Lord's anointed. And it was, I think, Dallin Oaks that said, even we, prophet and apostles, if we make a mistake, you don't need to mention it. And I think it was Boyd K. Packer that said, truth is not always valuable. It is to normal people, but to the Mormons, truth has no value. So they're walking by, and they're shunning. Now don't tell me the Mormon church doesn't shun. I put a video on 20 minutes ago that the new family that moved in, he's the Samoan. My kids are not allowed to play with them, and their kids are not allowed to come over here. They're shunning us. So the first family shunned us. They didn't go, hey, good morning, how you guys doing? And I would go, hey, we're having fun, you know, are you having fun? So they didn't give me a chance. Well, the second family came by, and the bastards, they never gave me a chance either. So I just started yelling, kids, have fun. Kids, have fun. It's the most important thing in life. Have fun, in my loud voice. You could see the hair standing up underneath the garments of those parents, and they hurried their children along so they wouldn't hear the old man and all the kids having fun in the pool. Do you really want to belong to that kind of an organization? They hate everyone except themselves, and a lot of them, they hate themselves too. This is not normal. I'm telling you, as an educated person, at least I was back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, normal children will look and go, Dad, Dad, look, they're having fun. And the dad usually has to go, well, we go to a church, and Sunday is a sacred day, and we're not allowed to have fun. And the kids will look at the parents like, are you out of your mind? And the parents will go, yeah, we are. We are. So, I'm going to, before the pool closes, I'm going to take over. I'm not promising, okay, because if I get too far over the line begins to strangle me. I've learned that in life. I was going to take a big radio over, like a boombox, play that sucker, and take over a glass of wine and sit there by the side of the pool, and you know, the kids can dance and the Mormons can walk by and they won't look. I mean, it's like margarita time and the Jimmy Buffett show, and their kids are trained. Don't tell me it's not a cult. Don't tell me those kids are not intimidated. Don't tell me those kids are not allowed to ask questions. I've seen it. I saw it 20 minutes ago when I was in the pool. They hate everybody, and many of them hate themselves. So they're not a happy people. They really are not a happy people. And they're paying for that pool, you know, their HOA fees. No, we're not in an HOA. No, don't tell the Danites that. We're not. We just have a shack, you know, that has some cardboard. And look at, I'm in the living room of the shack. It's really a bad shack. And there's no money in that safe. Anyway, I've seen it with my own eyes. They shunned us and our family. The new people that moved in have shunned us. And these Mormons walk back and forth like they're arrogant, better than the average person to their church with their little triple combinations. Now, like I said, I used to have a triple combination. And now it is a sexual position. It's not books anymore. So, I'm happy out of the Mormon church. And you know, the Mormons will write into me and they'll say, you're not happy. You're not happy. I've watched your videos. And I think you're a very sad and unhappy person. They're hoping that I'm sad and unhappy. But you know what? Let me give you my opinion. You can't do 500 videos on YouTube and fake it. Eventually, your happiness or your personality is going to leak out, and people are going to go, I don't like this guy. And other people say, hey, well, he has something interesting to say, I'm going to listen. You can't fake 500 videos. Now, the Mormons can fake Sunday. You know, when they go to church, they shake hands, and I told you, they'll always pat you on the back to see if you have garments. And I used to just put a piece of cloth across there because I didn't want to be discriminated against. Oh, he's got garments on, right? And in the bathroom I would hide, you know, when I was going pee-pee, so they couldn't see the garments. And you know, someone said something that I thought was interesting. And this is in Utah. You see the girls all the time in Utah bending over, picking up kids and you know, trying to tend to their children. And their damn garments are like 8 or 9 inches out of their butt, you know, with you know, I don't want to be too crude here. Let me not be too crude. I don't want to see 8 inches of a woman's garment that has been in places that no man has ever gone before. Stains and certain markings were not put on there by the Mormon church. It was put on by the lady. Now, if a girl in high school has a cute pair of panties on, and they have a little bit of lace at the top of them or something, and she bends over, oh my God. Oh my God. She's a whore. She's a prostitute. Oh. She's going to give every boy in the world an erection, even if they didn't see her top of her little panties. Let me tell you something. The Mormons are right. When they show their garments, it's sickening. There's nothing sexual about them at all. And the markings and the part of that garment are not something that I would be interested in. So let it be said that there's a double standard. There's a double standard. And they think that 6 or 8 inches of their ass garments hanging out proves that they're a good Mormon of the church. I don't even think Jesus likes that. Maybe he does. I don't know. I guess he invented the garments. But anyway, they walked past the pool. They hated us. They shunned us. Next time, I'm going to bring a boom box, invite a few more kids, so there's a whole bunch of people there, get a margarita or a martini in my hand, or a wine, and I'm going to stand right at the fence, which is only about 3 feet away from where they have to walk. And I'm going to go, "Hey, hi, good morning. It's a wonderful Sunday morning, and it's sunny outside. How's your family?" When you trap them like that, they're stupid. They don't have any social skills. It's like kicking a puppy. They don't know if they should do this to their kids' eyes. They don't know if they should answer. They don't know if they should just stick their head up and their nose in the air. They have no social skills. And you can attack a Mormon very easily. 2 ways to attack a Mormon. Tickle the shit out of them because they never smile, and when they smile, it'll break their mouth and it'll fall off. You've seen that. You saw that in Beetlejuice. You know, the guy, his jaw fell off. So anyway, don't tell me they don't shun. Don't tell me that garments don't show and carry messages on them, secret messages, where no man has gone before. I am kind of a Star Trek fan. That was before the turn of the century, James Kirk. And I think when I sit in my chair, and I told you I have an intercom there, I have the phone right there, and I have a speaker to my stereo system right there. So when I lean back in my chair, I have all those things there thinking, if I die, at least I'm going to die happy. Well, I always feel like Captain Kirk in that chair. My chair's cooler. You know, Spock had to go over to the council to get all that crap. And, you know, my chair has all the things on it and the buttons, and I can push the TV on it, and it reclines, and the fan is right there, and the track lights, I can get any mood, and the colored lights. And I'm an unhappy person. What if I was happy? My face would fall off. It would fall off. I have smiled more on probably 3 of my videos out of 500 than I smiled the whole 50 years I was in the Mormon church. I didn't know how to smile. I didn't know what a joke was. I didn't know how to basically respond. And if the joke wasn't a Mormon joke, then I knew it was from Satan. And if I laughed, someone would turn me into the committee to strengthen the members, and my membership will be on the line, and I'll get from the bishop, we need to have a little chat. I can't tell you how many little chats I've had with the authorities in the Mormon church. Number 1, it's not a chat. It's a listen. I listen, they talk. And if it's not a chat, it's a sermon, and it can go on for hours and hours. So every time I heard him say, we need to have a little chat. Well, from now on, I'm going to swim on Sundays with all the kids. I'm going to put a boom box right there where the Mormons have to go by, and I'm going to put an Obama sign on my forehead. So when they go by, they'll have to see that shit. And what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I don't dare put an Obama sticker on my car in Utah because I've been warned the car will be keyed or stolen, or it may not have any tires on it. Well, I like my car, so I don't want that to happen. But anyway, I wanted to tell you, I live here. I just saw it 20 minutes ago with my own eyes and my own ears. Don't tell me Mormons are normal people and their kids are normal. It's a cult. It's a cult, and they shun and they hate everybody that is not in their cult. Thanks.